Hey, I'm Steve Plants from Under the Mountain, and this is local band Smokeout Canada.
We're doing this, I might as well properly join you.
Oh.
I generally don't drink, but cheers.
Cheers. Welcome to a new style of an episode of Local Band Smokeout Canada. Out here in Medicine Hat.
Having a wonderful time.
Yeah, with our good friend of the show. Introduce yourself, sir.
I'm Nate of Octave Studios, and I also do other musical things.
Yes. So it's kind of cool. I'm out on tour from Black Lagoon, which I fucking love that name. I've definitely been influential on a couple of the names of things. The Deuce, I was definitely pushing the. You guys gotta drop the Deuce.
Do it,
because it was a release party, and it's like, we're gonna drop the Deuce.
Yeah. Why not?
Because if you're gonna call it number 2, it's the Deuce. In all fairness, but either way, I'm getting sidetracked, and I do always. We came out, and Nate was able to hook me up with somewhere to do some interviews, some cross-promotion, and everything like that.
We shot a wicked podcast episode with Under the Mountain.
Yeah.
Just earlier in our garage.
That was really fantastic. I thought it was really cool. It was a great experience. I thought it was cool, and you guys really nailed it. Everybody. Like, I think you and Matt, I told Matt as well, that you and Matt have a great kind of chemistry. And I think he plays his role really well, and I don't mean that in any sort of demeaning or degrading role. And it's like, I listen to a lot of podcasts, and you need that guy. You know?
He does really good at keeping things on track and putting his 2 cents in
without interrupting as well.
Exactly, and I like it too on some episodes when he takes a bit more charge, and those are usually ones where he has a bit more time to prep. This one was more of a not so much last minute, but it was very much like, we'll see what happens when we get here, sort of thing.
Yes. The whole tour has been interesting that way. So Canada's a big fucking country, and we got in late, so it is late as well. But either way, that doesn't matter to you. We might as well shout out the sponsors. I scribbled them down. Nate has been really awesome and helpful in making this kind of the same sort of show that you'd expect from us. So we'll do it back and forth there.
Works for me.
Right.
We got Octave Studios.
Not in Medicine Hat, but here.
Right here.
Hell yeah. And Risque Disc Records in Ladysmith.
Viking Valley Mead.
Yeah, shout out to Steve, Jester Events.
This boy right here.
Oh yeah.
Tone Bone Marone on YouTube.
Yep, yeah, he's kind of our Sharky. And that's the producer of both my band and sorry, I said he's the Sharky, he's you. I'm very tired. I've been traveling for a while, so you guys might hear me fumbling up words. I'm only actually 2 tall boys in and a beer and whatnot.
And the time change fucks with you.
Oh, if I've just been smoking weed and drinking Kahlua and coffee from the morning. I had 2 coffees to start the day. Okay. This has been one hell of a fun time. But anyways, Tone Marone, he's an amazing producer, and just either way, equivalent to you in a lot of ways back home, and that's who was recording Under the Mountain.
Righteous.
At Risque Disc Records.
That's wicked.
And everything. Someone I've known since high school, recorded my band and whatnot. Phenomenal producer and guitarist as well.
That's cool.
So Arbutus Music in Nanaimo.
Whale Music Magazine. Cool side, 5 seconds. I used to help publish blogs from the podcast on there once in a while.
Awesome. I was actually wondering if you had interacted with them at all.
Yeah, no, I've talked to Jay quite a bit, actually.
Cool, man. Junkhouse John, he made actually all the posters for the tour.
Mm-hmm. The OG BG from local band Smokeout.
Hell yeah. Cheers,
brother.
Always cheers to fucking...
Kind of BG. The reason we are together, if you think about it.
Yeah, other than Pete. That's the other connection.
Who, unfortunately, could not be here, but he sends his love.
Yep, and I almost was considering telling him that I should just go pick him up and shit. But
he's an old school.
Anyways, it's fucking late. And all of you for watching.
The show doesn't happen without all of you, so...
Yeah, it's really helpful, and people like Nate, who help bands out when they're on the road.
It still comes down to them in the end. I gotta say, we only play a part.
click like, subscribe, check out his podcast, Concrete Wasteland.
Hit me up on Instagram, Nate Out the Metal Guy.
And let's roll on into this.
Who's our band?
Excuse me. This is actually kind of a really cool one. We're doing Kill Frenzy. I'll try to make sure to add a picture of the package that they sent me. But they're a band from Cape Town, South Africa. So it's another big moment for us where we get to say it's just fucking cool, and that people are watching us all over the world and stuff like that. And I just appreciate all the support. So I'm always humbled by that type of stuff. I just think it's really cool. And one thing that I think is kind of shitty, and I think you know about it too, was that Facebook group that BG had. And I don't want to get into I don't want to try and get into a diatribe, but I think that actually started connecting a lot of things.
There was so much good things happening.
I don't understand why something got canceled like that, but some people may not understand that. So
I think we just got to start it again. We just got to. What we need to do when these kind of things happen, if enough of us care, just start it up and bring it back. If there was no issue with what was happening, it just
it was a music sharing group.
Yeah,
and for some reason it got canceled. Is more or less the context. But BG had started a local man Smokeout music sharing group, and it was really positive and productive. I think that's how this band ended up probably finding out about this, because I think they've submitted to local man Smokeout. I don't think they submitted to us firstly.
Okay.
But either way, they sent me some shirts and pins and stickers and even a little postcard, which is kind of cool too.
That's wicked.
It's just cool to have a postcard that was actually sent to me from Cape Town. I mean, I've got to do very little traveling, so I value stuff like these road trips and stuff, and people from other parts of the world and stuff like that.
Welcome to Photo Bombing Cat Marbles. She's in every video I'm a part of, whether I want it or not.
I'm 100% a fan. I mean, that's one of many cat tattoos I have. Again, different things for different days.
So
the name of the song?
The name of the song is, you need me to tell you, don't you?
You had it on there.
Aggravated Assault.
Aggravated Assault. And I also want to just say, where you can find them as well. I'm sorry, this show, of course, is not in my regular spot, so...
Find them on SoundCloud under Kill Frenzy. That's one you can find them at. That's the one I'm on. Let's see if there's anything else that I can pull up from them quickly off their SoundCloud account.
Well, that's more or less, of course, Facebook, I'm sure, and Spotify.
Yeah, if you got it.
Yeah, I've got Facebook, Twitter, SoundCloud, Instagram. So Kill Frenzy is the name of the band. Let's light it up.
Let's do it.
Let's listen to some South African. Do they really? Yeah.
Yeah, South African.
It's just hardcore collaboration of hardcore and metal.
The aim of the track is to encapsulate anger and aggression. Here is Aggravated Assault by Kill Frenzy.
Spark it up.
Me
that just kind of winded down a little.
Earl on the beat. Earl on the beat.
We don't need to hear the rest of the other track that randomly played.
That just winded down kind of quickly. I was waiting for that to take off again the second we heard that little kind of, it was a slowed down like dive bomb rather it was unexpected. I was ready to take another toke the second that took off.
They're really brutal, really aggressive, and I like we have things turned down just a bit in here since it's late, but I could hear everything. It was really clear.
Oh yeah.
And that's what I really like. The mix was well done.
Of course. You guys won't hear that. It'll be nice and loud when you hear it. But no, that was really well done. Wicked. That was Kill Frenzy. Aggravated Assault.
Yes.
I feel like BG this time now. Actually,
it truly was anger and aggressive. Yeah, it was angry and aggressive. You guys got what you wanted.
Yeah, I wouldn't put so much of the hardcore definition in, but that was definitely heavy fucking metal.
Fuck yeah.
That was.
You get horns for that.
And like the double kicks. I mean, that drummer has some meaty fucking legs. There's no doubt. So if you enjoyed that, we listen to that on SoundCloud. That's soundcloud.com. And
just search Kill Frenzy. It'll be a lot easier.
Yeah, exactly. SoundCloud doesn't make things as easy when it comes to links, but they are on Facebook, Instagram, Spotify, Twitter, all of those things.
Throw them in your playlist.
Huge shout out and thanks for them going out of their way to send me merch. If anybody wants to send us merch, it's kind of like BG's. Jump the line. I don't really ask people to send money, and it's not a slight against BG. I appreciate everything he does. It's more so just that we can't keep up with the speed. BG can do that because he offers everything, and he wants to make it his job. And right now I'm in the works trying to make promoting and booking my job. So it's one of those things where this is something I do because I enjoy promoting bands, and it's just one avenue of what I do. But if you want to send us a CD, if you want to send us anything, of course we're going to advertise it. We're going to let people know that you have it and that you send it to us, and that people should go out and get it themselves, right? Anybody should support in any way. Get pins, patches, stickers. I've got so many fucking band shirts now that I'm starting to pick up more and more pins, patches, and stickers, because those are the band's business cards as well, right? So.
Can I quickly plug the podcast? Because we aim to do the exact same thing. I've been putting on this thing called the Concrete Wasteland podcast for about 2 years. I've had 2 great co-hosts. One comes in off and on. The other's been consistent, Matt and Sean. Mm-hmm. They're fantastic dudes. Sean's in Crimson Caliber. He was also in a band with me for a while.
Which you're going to make sure that gets on.
Yeah, I'll make sure to send you some of that stuff once we get there. Matt does artwork for a bunch of bands. He's done Crimson Caliber's artwork. He's done my artwork. He's done the Concrete Wasteland artwork. He's done Crease's artwork, if you remember way back when they were featured on the OG local band Smokeout, way before Oath was even on there.
So many episodes.
Oh, there's so many good bands on there, but he does a lot of good artwork, and we all, our point of the show is to, aside from interviewing and talking to wicked bands and helping showcase their story and their music, it's promoting underground local bands that want to just be heard outside of their region. We're mainly premiered on Cat and Evans Metal Litterbox, which airs on the East Coast, and we also are on Spotify, iTunes, SoundCloud, and Google Play, and we usually showcase 4 bands an episode. And we always open with one of our favorite local bands, Naraka's Carnal Tide. Just the first minute, but it's one of our favorite tracks. It's an homage to a dude that helped get us all into helping out our scene and our communities and just showcasing musicians who give a fuck. Mm-hmm. And if you are interested, just search us up. We have a thing on octavestudios.com/CW podcast where you can submit music if you want to get your stuff out. But more importantly, send your stuff his way.
Yep, localbandcanada@gmail.com. And of course, Facebook, subscribe, all the different things. Easy enough to get a hold of us and Nate, because of course you can look up Nate just by your name on Facebook. It's, and then of course Octave Studios at Medicine Hat and Concrete Waste. And there's a lot of different ways to find
Nate the Metal Guy on Instagram is one of the best ways to get a hold of me. Or if you want to just kind of keep up to date, YouTube, just search up Nate Bonnet, and I actually give out a weekly tips and tricks video for all of you bands out there. I've covered starting out, demoing, what to do when you're booking, what to do when you're preparing for the studio. I'm dabbling on some DAW stuff so that those of you that are learning how to write at home or learning how to demo at home can have a better idea of what you're doing. And if you ever have a question on something you're wondering about, throw me a message on Instagram, and I might just make my next video based off that, so that not only do I help you, but I help anyone else that may have the same question.
Totally, man. Well, thanks for having us, and thanks for helping out Under the Mountain on the tour.
No problem.
Looking forward to seeing the podcast when it comes out. People are
Enjoy.
gonna have to look for it. Cheers, man.
Cheers. Check out Kill Frenzy.